Welcome to Networks Professionals.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. If you're the kind of person who geeks out over how the world is constantly shifting and growing smarter, well, you are absolutely in the right place today. We're taking a deep dive into a topic that is literally rewiring how we learn and teach. We're talking about the AI education revolution. There's this massive, ground-shaking shift happening right now in classrooms and in our homes, where artificial intelligence is stepping in to do everything from tailoring learning paths to automating the busy work. It's a fascinating transformation, and today, we're going to unpack exactly how the whole shebang is happening. So, I want to start by asking you something. What if learning adapted perfectly to you? I mean, think back to your own days in a crowded classroom. You probably remember sitting there, right, maybe feeling a little lost while the teacher moved on to the next topic, or on the flip side, feeling completely bored out of your mind because you grasped the concept 20 minutes ago. We've all been forced into that one-size-fits-all model of education at some point, but I want you to imagine an educational experience that is tailored entirely to your individual needs, your specific pace, and your totally unique way of understanding the world. Well, that's no longer just some futuristic sci-fi dream. Because of the incredible tools we're exploring today, that perfect adaptation is becoming a reality. And honestly, that brings us right to the core thesis of our explainer today. AI bridges skill gaps while giving teachers hours back for direct mentorship. Now, this is absolutely crucial to get right. There's this super common misconception out there that AI in education is all about replacing the human element, swapping out a living, breathing teacher for a glowing screen. But the source material tells a completely different story. AI is essentially a bridge. It works in real time to spot exactly where a student is struggling and provides custom resources to close that gap. And by doing that and handling all those routine, repetitive tasks, it actually frees up the teacher. It literally gives them hours of their week back. And what do they do with those hours? Direct, human, one-on-one mentorship. AI isn't replacing the classroom, it's actively supercharging it for everyone involved. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Smart Tutoring for Students. To really grasp what this looks like from the student's desk, we've got to talk about intelligent tutoring platforms. Our source material highlights some heavy hitters here, specifically platforms like Conmigo and Squirrel AI. These are AI systems that adapt to a student's unique pace and comprehension, and they do it in real time. Just think about those words for a second, unique pace and real time. We're not talking about static digital textbooks here. These are dynamic systems that actually watch how a student learns, how quickly they answer, where they hesitate, and then they immediately adjust the curriculum to fit that precise moment in their educational journey. Okay, let's dive into this and see how this dynamic adaptation actually plays out in the real world. It's essentially a brilliant three-step dance. Step 1, the student hits a wall with a concept. Maybe it's a super tricky algebraic equation or a really dense grammatical rule. Instead of letting the student get frustrated and just throw their hands up, the system recognizes the struggle instantly. Step 2, the AI actively steps in and breaks that giant concept down into much more digestible little pieces. Then, Step 3, the AI tosses out some simpler practice problems to build the student's confidence back up. It's like a micro-story of intervention, right? It catches the student exactly when they start to fall, scaffolds their understanding, and builds them back up to total mastery. So why is this a real game changer? Well, look at how it compares to the old way of doing things. With traditional digital methods, or even when we ask a buddy for help, the default response to a struggle is usually just giving away the answer. You flip to the back of the book, you get the answer, you move on, but you haven't actually learned the underlying mechanics. AI real-time feedback completely flips this script. Instead of just handing over the answer on a silver platter, it provides step-by-step hints. And why does that matter? Because, as our source clearly notes, providing hints instead of answers fosters critical thinking. It forces the student to connect the dots themselves, which guarantees that true deep learning is actually taking place. Moving right along to Section 2, Always-on Virtual Companions. You see, this 24/7 availability takes the form of conversational tutors that are literally always on the clock, providing immediate answers and practice. Take platforms like Duolingo, for example. It adjusts your language lessons on the fly based on your errors, which keeps students super engaged and motivated. Let's say it's 10 p.m. on a Tuesday, and you keep messing up a specific Spanish vocabulary word. Your always-on virtual companion doesn't get annoyed or tired. No way. It simply notes the slip-up, adjusts the lesson in real time to give you more practice with that word in a totally new context, and completely prevents you from hitting that brick wall of frustration. It sustains your motivation by ensuring the challenge is always perfectly dialed in to your current ability level. Which perfectly sets up Section 3, time-saving teacher automation. Now, if you're an educator listening to this, you're probably thinking, okay, this all sounds awesome for the kids, but I am still totally drowning in administrative paperwork over here. Well, hold on, because AI is stepping in as a seriously powerful assistant behind the scenes. We're talking about two massive benefits for teachers: automated grading and curriculum design. Let's look at automated grading first. The source points to tools like GradeScope. And listen, this isn't just an old school Scantron machine reading bubbles anymore. This AI can evaluate multiple choice questions, open-ended written answers, and even computer code. I mean, just imagine the sheer volume of hours reclaimed right there. Hours that teachers can redirect straight back into engaging with their students. And right alongside that, we have curriculum design, where the AI generates custom quizzes and pulls insights directly from classroom data. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how practical these tools are. When we talk about AI assisting with curriculum design, the benefits are just off the charts. First off, the AI drafts lesson plans quickly, completely removing that terrifying blank page at the start of a planning session. It also creates custom quizzes perfectly tailored to whatever was just taught. But honestly, perhaps the most important piece, it offers actionable data insights to identify exactly where a whole class might be falling behind. Think about it. If a teacher knows that 70% of the room completely missed the core concept of yesterday's lecture, they don't have to wait until a midterm exam to find out. They have the data today, and they can pivot their teaching strategy tomorrow. This is exactly how AI gives teachers their time and their impact back. And that brings us to our final part today, Section 4, choosing your next steps. Wow, okay, so we've covered a ton of ground today, looking at this whole puzzle from both the student's desk and the teacher's podium. We've seen how smart tutoring builds genuine critical thinking, and how automation reclaims those precious hours of the day. So I want to leave you with a direct, provocative question straight from our source material. Moving forward, will you explore student tools, automate grading, or build AI literacy? Because the reality is, this revolution isn't coming, it's already here. It's alive right now in platforms like Khanmigo, Squirrel AI, and GradeScope. The only question left is how you're going to choose to integrate these incredibly powerful frameworks into your own life, your own learning, or your own classroom. Take a minute to think about which of these paths excites you the most, and take that first step today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching.